Highlighters. Everyone loves these things. But when you actually test whether highlighting helps you to learn something, they always come up short. Why? It seems that highlighting should be helpful because it ensures that you're actively reading the material rather than just kind of passively running your eyes over the text. When you're highlighting, you're also making a distinction between what's important and what's not important, which is a critical step in beginning to understand the material. So why does it suck so much? I think there are three reasons. The first reason is that people are just not very good at highlighting. Now, this comes up in a couple of different ways. So the first problem is that people highlight too much. So if you highlight everything, it's basically the same as highlighting nothing, right? You've not done the hard work of thinking about what's important and what's not important, and you just end up with a page full of highlighted material that is basically just brighter than it was before. The second problem is that you might highlight the wrong thing. So when you're first learning something, you think that something is important. But then as you learn more deeply or more deeply understand the concepts, you turn out to be wrong. And so then you go back to this page that you highlighted before, but you had already highlighted the wrong thing. So that's a signal from past you that is saying, hey, this is important, but past you didn't understand the material as well as current you. So you're kind of working against yourself. The second reason that highlighting is not as good as it seems is that it encourages you to do another ineffective study technique, which is rereading. There are times when rereading can be very helpful, but most of the time rereading is a way of avoiding actually deeply engaging in the material. And if you're not going to reread something, then why did you highlight it in the first place? It seems like kind of a waste of time. The third reason that highlighting is not as good as we think is that it creates the illusion of knowing. So when you highlight something, you think, yeah, I should really remember that for later, but then you don't really do anything to make that happen. When we see a highlighted page, it's a very visible signal that we have read that page before, but we haven't necessarily done anything to cognitively process the material in that page. So we don't really know whether we have understood it deeply. All of these things have to do with how we use highlighting more than the act of highlighting itself. But there are just better ways to spend your time. Over here is a video about one of those ways. I hope to see you there. Take care.